The Valley of Patience. There was once a dry valley hidden beyond endless brown hills where nothing had grown for years. The land was cracked. The wells were nearly empty. Even birds avoided flying over it. People called the place the Sleeping Earth. Villagers believed the soil was cursed. So one by one, families left the valley behind. Until only a few old houses remained beneath the silent hills. The valley became quiet. Too quiet. And then, one summer morning, a young woman arrived carrying a basket of mango seeds. Her name was Alara. She had gentle eyes, a warm smile, and something far stronger than strength: patience. When villagers saw her cleaning the abandoned land near the hills, they laughed softly. "You can't grow anything there," an old farmer warned. "The earth died long ago." But Alara simply smiled. "Then I'll wake it up." The next morning, before sunrise, Alara began working. She removed stones from the dry soil one by one. She repaired broken water channels buried beneath dirt. And she planted tiny mango seeds carefully into the earth, as if each one were precious. The heat was merciless. By noon, the land burned beneath golden sunlight. Dust storms swept across the valley. Her hands became rough and covered in cuts. But every evening, when the sky turned orange and pink, Alara watered every seed herself, one bucket at a time. Weeks passed. Nothing grew. Villagers shook their heads. "She's wasting her youth," they whispered. But Alara never stopped. At night, while others slept, she studied old farming books beneath lantern light. She learned how to collect rainwater using stone trenches. She planted tiny flowers between the seeds to protect moisture in the soil. And every morning, she whispered softly to the buried seeds, "Grow slowly. I'll wait for you." Then one morning, after the season's first rainfall, something changed. Tiny green sprouts appeared across the valley floor. Small, fragile, alive. Alara knelt in the mud with tears in her eyes. The sleeping earth had answered her. And for the first time in years, the valley smelled of life again. The villagers were shocked. Children began helping Alara carry water. Old farmers shared forgotten planting techniques. Women brought food while she worked beneath the burning sun. Slowly, the valley changed color. Brown became green. Dry winds carried the scent of wet soil and mango leaves. Butterflies returned. Birds nested in the young trees. And hope returned to the people too. Years passed like flowing rivers. The tiny saplings became endless mango orchards stretching across the hills like green waves beneath sunlight. During summer, golden mangoes glowed from every branch. Travelers crossed mountains just to see the beautiful farm born from dry land. And at the center of the orchard stood a small wooden home covered in flowers, where Alara still lived simply. Every evening, she walked through the mango trees at sunset, while warm wind moved through the leaves like music. One little girl once asked her, "How did you make dead land beautiful again?" Alara smiled softly and touched the soil beneath her feet. "This land was never dead," she said. "It was only waiting for someone who refused to give up on it." Years later, people no longer called the valley the Sleeping Earth. They called it the Valley of Patience. Because everyone remembered the girl who turned dust into life. Not with magic, but with hard work, hope, and a heart that never quit.